Okay, I came here to the Community Coordinating Council meeting here tonight, and they must have known I was coming. Look, we're celebrating Munchies here. Oh my goodness, what next here? Stand by. Okay, folks, here we are at the Rowland Heights Community Coordinating Council, and we have, looking over here, a maddening crowd. Okay, it's already been discerned that the good-looking people are up front and the smart people are in the back, so that's what you can go. And looks like we've got a deputy up there. Okay, come on, get in front of the camera here. We want, come on.
I have a question for you.
If you got a question, the question is, have I got the answer? Okay.
You might.
Okay.
Do you know if the Aldi is going to be built right by Marshalls?
That is, I've tried to get information, but they aren't returning calls.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they have a whole little section that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's big enough. I mean, wonder if.
Yeah, that was the rumor the last time, several months ago, when I did get a call back. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah, it might take forever though.
Yeah. I've tried to
great
get
to
them
have one for the
to
community.
take the big lots. I mean, there's no parking problem.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been to Aldi's over in, I guess that's actually Walnut, right there
there's
in
Walnut.
Grand
I go to Harbor.
and Valley.
Yeah.
And it's got a good sized parking lot.
Yeah. You have a good location for all
Yeah.
this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, keep searching. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't forget to go to my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Roy Humphreys.
No notice, yeah. And I figured, oh, maybe we don't have one. So I was right, because I thought maybe I missed it. But there was no notice,
I can tell you
Just want to come and say hello.
Okay. I was just talking to a person that did not know.
Okay, good evening, everybody. We're going to get started in just a few seconds. So if we can get to our seats. We're going to begin with the flag salute. So if I can get everyone to please stand. Ready? Begin. I pledge.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the Rowland Heights Community Coordinating Council. It is always the second Monday of every month. So if you can just please pass the word on to everybody, your neighbors and everything, so we can get a really good crowd here. There's a lot of information gets discussed every month. So pass the word along. We will begin by introducing the board. My name is Yvette Romo. I am the president of RHCCC. We have Denise Jackman, who is the first vice president of programs. We have Maria Kramer, who's the second VP. She's not here with us tonight. We have Wanda Ewing, who is our recording secretary. We have Linda Koo, who is our treasurer. And we are going to introduce a new member of our board who was just appointed last month by our executive committee, Jacques Carr, who will be our corresponding secretary. So welcome, Jacques. We still have I believe it's the second VP in charge of community programs. No, community development. So if anybody is interested in that position, please see me after the meeting, and we'd love to have you come aboard our committee. We're going to start with our community reports, and first off will be from the LA County Sheriff's Department. We have a new speaker this evening. Miss Deputy Claudia Maldonado is not with us anymore. She is going to be taken over by Deputy Navarez. Deputy Navarez.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. So, quick introduction. I know you guys are normally used to dealing with Deputy Maldonado. So my name is Deputy Navarez. I've been at the Walnut Sheriff Station for a bit now. Prior to coming over to Rowland Heights, I was part of the Special Assignment Officer with Diamond Bar. So I do have experience, like I said, dealing with the community, doing special assignments and so forth. So to get into today, statistic-wise within our community, the biggest trend that we've been having within the last few years has been vehicle burglaries. However, in the last 2 months, we've seen a slight dip in the vehicle burglaries in the area. Like I said, normally in May we're at 40, but for June and July we had 23 and 22 respectively. And we credit that to what the team did. What we did in late June going into July is we did an operation. It was a vehicle burglary operation, and we targeted our major sites that were being hit. The day of the operation, it just happened. So we're set up in multiple shopping centers. That same day, Diamond Bar reports a vehicle burglary at the Restaurant Depot, which is on Walnut Drive North. While that report was being taken, we had members from the team that were at Pearl Plaza while they're in the shopping center, they notice that a vehicle comes in, they run the license plate. The license plate did not match the vehicle that was coming across in front of them. So they go contact that vehicle. As they're contacting that vehicle, they get intel that there was another vehicle burglary, which is the Restaurant Depot that we're discussing. So they started putting that information together and realized that the vehicle that they had detained was actually the vehicle that was involved in the vehicle burglary at the other location. We were able to get the victim to come out, and they positively identified the stolen items that were in the actual vehicle and the vehicle that was involved in that crime. So, like I said, I feel like that's helped us in the last month or two. We do have to stay diligent and stay proactive about it. Like I said, crime comes in trends. On top of that, like I said, in the summer we always see a spike in other violent crimes. Our domestic violence have gone up significantly. So we were at 7 in the previous month, we're up to like 14. So like I said, it's trends that occur during the summer, because whether it be the heat, circumstances at home, mental health, and so forth. But it's just things that we want to stay diligent about. Any questions? So most of these statistics, like I said, these are things that we keep in-house. We do have a system called LARSIS that does release them. Now you guys can contact the station for that. But these are a lot of things that we keep in-house because a lot of these things are still under investigation with us, within the station. Yes, sir.
Okay. When a car is broken into and it's in front of your house, if you have a garage door opener, an electric garage door opener, it makes it simple for them to open that garage door and get into your garage and possibly even lock your man door going into the house if you get into the house. Have you run into any problems like that?
So like I said, does this to clarify? So you're saying this is more related to burglaries going on within a garage in a household?
So I'd say,
Does that have to do more with burglaries that are occurring inside your? Does that have to do more with burglaries occurring in your garage within your household, right?
car was in front of the house, they broke into the car, and they were able to get into the garage. Now, this has been a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But what we did is we made it so that you couldn't use
The clicker.
anymore.
So like I said, criminals are intelligent. Like I said, over time, they learn new techniques and new things, whether they scramble garage door openers or cameras, they're always onto the new trends, and it seems like we're always trying to play catch up as law enforcement officers. In that situation, it seems like they might have had a universal remote that opened the
The remote was left in the car. Right?
Okay, so that and then they end up committing a home burglary at that point, right? We don't see much of that. The more common home burglaries that we're seeing, and I don't know if any of you have ever been victims to it. Most suspects, what they'll do is they'll gain access into your backyard. Once they gain access into your backyard, what they'll do is they'll use some kind of item to shatter a rear slide door, and then they gain access to the house. And that's kind of how they gain entry and exit through the house. That is the most common way, or the most common scenario that I've seen when it comes to residential burglaries. Like I said, are there other ways? Absolutely. Like I said, there's very sophisticated criminals that have different technology that they can use to get into people's houses. But the most common is what I'm explaining, which is they target a house, a residence, get into that backyard, shatter the window, and they're in and out within minutes. Like I said, I'll be around. Like I said, because I'm newer to the team, I'll be around. If you guys have any questions, I'll be in the back. I'll be more than happy to address. It's just I'm still learning a lot about what's going on within this community. I'm familiar with it. Like I said, I've been working in Rowland Heights for many years, so I'm already aware of the crime trends and the things and complaints that we get within the city. But however, like I said, I'm always wanting to get educated on what else is going on.
I was waiting for other people to mention it, but TMC, that's the Monitoring Center, as part of their alarm systems for your house, they have broken glass type there. So, guys, get it. Boom, you're worth it.
Absolutely correct. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Next we have from the California Highway Patrol, Officer O'Toole.
Good evening, everyone. I don't have a whole lot of stats. Start with the ugly stats. When I beginning of the year, we spoke about freeway shootings and road rage that was happening in the Santa Fe Springs area. The Santa Fe Springs area incorporates 60, the 605, the 5, the 91, and the 105. We had, I think there was one happening about every 3 weeks. We had about, I think, 4 or 5 in the first part of the year. Things cooled down since then. However, there's been an uptick in the last couple weeks, actually. We've had 2 on the 605 freeway. So, just as a reminder, when you get cut off, somebody breaks hard in front of you, whatever it might be, just keep your emotions to yourself. And emotions could be a facial expression, could be a hand gesture, good, bad, or otherwise, whether you're just throwing your hand up. Some people take it the wrong way. And these people have zero regard for human life, and it shows. One of the suspects did get hit and got hit in the face, and his outcome's going to be uncertain. So, not sure of all the details, but just if something happens and somebody follows you or whatever it might be, exit the freeway, allow them to go on. By the time you hit a red light, cross the intersection, get back on the freeway, they're already 2-3 miles down the road, and you hopefully never see anything. So, again, just keep your emotions to yourself no matter what the incident is. And even if you didn't think you did anything wrong, just keep your cool, because like I said, these people have zero regard for human life. They don't care who they take out or whatever. They're just trigger happy, if you want to call it that. So there's the bad news. The good news is, like I've said from the beginning of the year, we've had 24 new officers report to the Santa Fe Springs area station out of the academy. We have academy classes graduating every 3 months. This last academy class, we received 5 new officers. I'm just gonna yell. We received 5 new officers, and so that took our total to 24 officers for the year. We just got the latest dream sheet is what they call it in the academy. We're gonna receive 7 more new officers in about 4 weeks. They graduate in 4 weeks, and we'll receive 7 more officers. So our office itself is slated for 109 officers. That's our max capacity. We're at 94. So we are on an uptick. We still have people transferring out. We have people retiring, but we're gaining more ground than we are losing ground. So a lot of new faces, a lot of young faces. So you see a 2-man car out there during the day, you know that's a training unit. So we are actively out there training and getting these vacancies filled. So we hope to be, at max capacity. Hopefully, maybe by this time next year, if the trend stays the way it's going, and we're getting 30 to 40 officers per year, we hope to reach our max capacity, and we'll see a lot more enforcement officers out there in patrol. With that, I'll take any questions, comments, concerns. Nothing. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, I have no microphones now. But you can hear me, right? Okay, from the Office of Police, we have Andrea Moreno is going to be speaking with Rowland.
That's okay. It might not sound.
I think it should work.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Yvette. Good evening, everyone. Once again, my name is Andrea Moreno. I'm here on behalf of Supervisor Hilda Solis. She represents the 1st District in Los Angeles County, and Rowland Heights is now in the 1st District. And so I'm here to provide just a few updates. First, everybody heard about the earthquake today. You guys all look okay, so I'm glad to see everyone here. Attendance did not affect, despite today's activities. I was actually in South El Monte where our office is, and we did feel it. Based on the reporting, right, one of the old fault lines from the Whittier Narrows, if you remember the earthquake in the 90s, that was one of the places where they were kind of worried about, right? And being in South El Monte, we're literally right next door. All of this, I just wanted to say it was a good reminder for me, it was a good reminder for my team to be prepared, right? It really forced us to say, hey, what are our steps to be safe? So I'm here to remind you, to continue to look over your safety plans. with yourself, with your family, with your civic groups like tonight, right? What if we have an earthquake today? What's our protocol? It's very important that we continue to remind each other so that we can keep each other safe. One of the things that I really appreciated from this afternoon was that I got several notifications on my phone. I have the MyShake app on my iPhone, and I also have the readylacounty.gov notification system. So if you're not already signed up, I would highly encourage you to take one of these two apps, or both. Like me, I just want to be safe. So again, that's MyShake app, and this is specifically for iPhones. And also, Ready LA County is a great way to stay updated with more localized news regarding emergency situations. So if you'd like to go to the website to learn more, the website is ready.lacounty.gov. All right, so that was today. One of the things I wanted to make sure I brought up was from maybe it was it last week? I don't know anymore. August 2nd. Do you guys know what happened at Shabaram Park on August 2nd? Anybody? It was National Night Out. Thank you so much, sir. I see some nodding heads. It was so much fun. I really want to, give it up to our sheriff's team. They were full force. It was actually a combined effort between the Walnut Sheriff Station and the Industry Sheriff Station, because as you know, Shabaram is right in the middle of Hacienda Heights and Rowland Heights. We also had a great turnout from our CHP Santa Fe Springs Station. They did an amazing job. They really brought their hearts out. I think we couldn't tell who was more excited, the sheriffs or the CHP. I think they got just a lot of kudos from the community. We were very excited to see that there were many people willing to engage with our public safety partners. That's always so important, and something that the supervisor wants to ensure we continue to advertise and prioritize, because unless we work together, we're not gonna move through the hard parts. I think, like Deputy Navarro said earlier, some of us are newer to the area, others have been here for a very long time, and so we really need each other's expertise to ensure, right, that, again, we're keeping each other safe, and that we know what our safety plans, and the best way to do that is to have that working relationship with one another, not just business, right? Obviously, we're here for business, but we do want to have that relationship with all of our partners to make sure that when things happen, we're ready, right? We know who to call, we know who our local person is, so that we can stay organized and safe. So that was last week. Again, thank you for those of you that were able to come out. We hope that this event just continues to grow. Just a couple more things, if that's okay, Yvette. There is going to be a Metro meeting about the 605 improvement project. I know we're a little bit far out, but we do have this event coming up on August 29th. So Metro is looking at some improvements on the 605, so if that's something of interest, let me know. We also have, I wanted to make sure everyone here in this room is aware, the Cal Recycle let us know that they have a grant between the range of $75,000 to $250,000 for nonprofits, colleges, and K-12 school districts. Applications are due on September 24th. And these grants that Cal Recycle is putting out are for the purchase of water refill stations, plumbing, maintenance, education, and outreach activities. So a very good, important money, right, that we want to make sure comes to our communities, to our region. So I do encourage you, if you're part of a club, part of a nonprofit, part of a school, that you consider applying. We want to make sure, again, that the dollars that are coming from the state come back to our local community. And I'll open it up for questions. All right, I'll open it up for questions. Roy.
Okay, young lady, my name is Roy Humphreys, and I want to allow you to put a face with a name. At every meeting of the County Board of Supervisors, I have suggested that they establish a county-wide system of transient campsites to allow legally to get these people off our streets, and they still have refused to do that. And then put it out for all the people here, and they can go to my YouTube channel, or you can see these meetings on YouTube. They have the entire meeting. Hilda Solis and the County Board of Supervisors are telling the governor of the state of California to go stuff it on the enforcement of their, so if you want to know where the cause is, they can fess up. So when you come here to these meetings, why don't you tell us something that the County Board of Supervisors do that's really salient to our everyday lives? And this little party thing doesn't cut it. Thank you.
Any questions?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
My name is Andrea Moreno.
Any other questions?
Sir.
Can we make a comment? I just wanted to comment to the office about the concerts in the park and how much the community has enjoyed them.
I forgot to mention the concerts in the park. Thank you so much for that. That's really appreciated. I think our park team, Lawrence, and everyone else really appreciates you hearing that. Even our Parks Bureau, they're always out there, right? The Sheriff's Department is really keeping an eye on us. And on that note, ma'am, if I may, the supervisor also did want to make sure that if the list isn't already full, that folks that she invited for the Hollywood Bowl concert on September 3rd here at Pathfinder Park, if that's still available, please make sure to see Lawrence. There's a sign-up sheet, and it's just going to be so much fun to be able to go to the Hollywood Bowl with free tickets. Question right here.
I have a question. I don't know if the council is aware about the water pump right here for the park.
Yeah.
It's been over a couple of months. They are not wearing the plants and the grass. All the grass is brown already. It's a shame in the county. All the money they spent it in the park and they let it dry.
So the grass is not being watered?
No, I talked to the guys, the maintenance guys, and they say it's a water pump right here in some place. But it's been at least a couple of months already. You can walk in, go to the top, and all the grass is brown already.
Thank you for bringing that up to my attention, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Any further comments or questions? Well, questions. All right, I think we will move it along. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Remember, our community partners are here to give reports on their special field. If you have a question regarding what they're speaking on, not questions about the moon landing or anything, but questions on what they're speaking of would be good. And it's not the time to promote yourself or to promote anything that you're doing. It's the time to ask a question of the community partner that is speaking. Does everybody got that? Good. The next person speaking will be from Valley County Parks and Recs, which is Lawrence. Lawrence?
Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence. I'm with the Department of Park and Recreation. And first I'd like to thank you as we closing up the summer section. We have a great summer. We have a concert, we have the movie. We also, over the Rowland High, thanks to the board supervisor, district one office, Hilda Solis, that was able to provide funding for us to run the summer camp at Karen Roses Park as well, providing 45 children 8 weeks long summer camp for the past summer. Special thanks to that. And as we are continuing into the fall season, we are preparing for more programming. For the senior programming, again, thanks for the SD1, we'll be able to provide funding for the senior programming. Now, every Monday to Friday from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we have all different kinds of activity. On the other side of the building, we have Zumba, we have line dancing, pickleball, mahjong, and Chinese arts, all different kinds of activity happening on different days for the senior program. And also for the coming season, we'll start the Everybody Play Again, and also the summer fall after school snacks program again. So for that, we will all start in the month of September. And for this month, August, we will have a staff training to make sure all the staff will be able to provide the service on all those programs. However, I also want to bring your attention that for September 10th, we will host the second annual park community meeting over here in this room from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. for an hour. That meeting is specifically designed for the community to come in, to get to know our park staff, also learn about the coming year, all different events and programs, as well as we want to hear from you what are some priorities that our department should put in this park. So we are sincerely invite you to come join us on the September 10th from 7 to 8 o'clock here at Pathfinder Park. Thank you very much, and everyone have a great evening. Yes, any questions?
Do you coordinate with county trails? I know you guys work in separate worlds, but you have some trails go by the park. Do you coordinate with them?
Depends on. Thank you, Roy, for your question. Depends on the situation and event. We do coordinate with our trail department, but depends on what kind of a request. But mostly, the trail department they in charge of maintaining the trail as well as make sure the trail is good for the community. So it will depends on which trail and what are the issues.
Have you had any reports from persons about the trail that goes under Pathfinder here and goes over to where the underpass is? Does anybody complain about the transients living there?
Currently, we haven't, from our part here at Pathfinder Park, we haven't received any complaint about that yet. Okay, but if there is any, we'll make sure to coordinate with the trail department.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next to speak, we have from LA County Public Health. And I did not see her come in. I don't think she's here. So we'll move on to the office of Congresswoman Linda Sanchez. Yulisa Chavez, I did not see her come in either. Nope. We'll move on to the office of Senator Archuleta, Kyle Miller. I saw Kyle.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's good to be with you. I just wanted to, first of all, I wanted to thank Andrea for talking about the earthquake. Good job with that. I wanted to add something that we learned in our office, which is that this earthquake, unlike other earthquakes, did not have an immediate series of aftershocks. So that's something to be aware of which could possibly mean, I don't want to scare anybody, but be vigilant because it could have been a foreshock, I think they call it, or pre-shock. So for the next few days, be on guard, I guess. So anyway, and I've downloaded that app. Thank you, Andrew. I just want to let you know, basically, that this is the last month that we are in session up in Sacramento. The senator's there now. So there's a lot of bills happening, a lot of things moving. So what I wanted to let you know is that if you had a bill that you were interested in, we need the number because there's literally thousands. Our office has a thorough database of what's going on with the bill. Did the bill die? Did the bill get amended? And what's the status? And also, if you're in favor of the bill or not, we can track that for when the senator comes up for a vote. He does check those things, so I wanted to remind you of that. And also, since I'm up here, just to let you know that we don't have nearly the events that LA County does. They do a fantastic job, but we are responsive to our constituents. So if you have an issue with a California state agency, DMV, EDD, whatever it may be, please think of our office as a liaison for that, and the assembly office too, whichever one. We both kind of operate in the same way in that manner. We're there to help, we're there to resolve things. We can't litigate for you, that often comes up, but we can connect you if you're having trouble getting an outcome or getting to the person you need to speak to. That's kind of our superpower there. So that's it, and I'd be happy to take any questions. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you. So it's good to see you, Kyle. You spoke back in last month, you spoke at the Planning Commission on behalf of the developer endorsing the Rio Vista project. So, right, you representing the senator. So I just wanted to know, what due diligence did you do before endorsing the project? Did you talk to the board members of RHCCC? Did you come and talk to any of the residents about our concerns?
Thank you for that question. To answer it, the senator and our team that kind of handles those specific things did review the project, and I gave input about how I feel like I know your position on that project, having seen some presentations and seen some alternative presentations against it. And ultimately, the senator felt with the dire need for housing, and that this was one parcel of the property, and there still would be open space afterwards, and that it had a mix of product to purchase, and also that it was moderate income for purchase. Often you see the developer meet the need by having rental units at a moderate or affordable, which is a subjective term. But these were moderate units for purchase, which we felt would allow some home buyers who otherwise would not be able to enter into the home market be able to do that. It was 23% moderate income out of the entire project. And so the senator was cognizant of that, and he felt, all things considered, that since the property initially, I think a group of residents wanted the county to purchase it as a park and open space, we monitored that. That didn't happen. Then secondarily, they wanted it to maybe go back to a golf course. That didn't happen. So we just thought, as I said, with all the things considered and housing being such a pressing issue, that this project on its merits was worth supporting. I know that there's other, just one second, there's other projects coming along, and I would say, I don't want to put words in the senator's mouth, but I don't think he would be in favor of the entire parcels. Keep in mind that this golf course is owned by, I believe, 4 or 5 different entities. It's not all one person. And so that's the answer. With all things considered, that's the decision he made, and that's what we spoke at the Planning Commission. I think she had her hand up first, if you don't mind.
I have 2 questions. The first question is, where does live?
Where does he live? He lives in Pico Rivera.
Okay. Is there any kind of status on when they're going to start living in the northern part of, or the southern part of, northern part of LA County, and stop getting little tiny communities that are here? I mean, there's all kinds of land in the upper desert in LA County. Why aren't they focusing on that area instead of focusing on these tiny little cities like ours that have no infrastructure?
Well, that's a tough question to answer. Thank you for that. I can appreciate the frustration. We just had to look at this from the point of it is in our district and looking at the need. We understand that whatever decision is made, it's not going to be 100% accepted, I guess you would say. But as it...
We have another developer coming in and wanting to build another 1,500 homes.
Yes, I'm aware of that, and that would be a...
50, I just wanted to articulate.
Yeah, 1,500, yeah. We are aware of that, and thanks for raising that issue. I would just say this decision and this, being in favor of this one does not by any means mean he's in favor of every project that comes along. Like I said, we felt this one, on all the merits, was worth supporting, and it still left quite a bit of open space, which I know is important to everyone, and so that went into the decision. The next one, which would essentially be 5 times as big as this one, would be a totally different.
You guys think they can move to Pico Rivera where the sports arena is? It's been vacant for 100 years.
Well, it's funny you mention that if things go as they seem to be, that will be going away as a result of rebuilding the dam, which is beyond its life and is a danger, basically, to everybody downstream. So that is going away. I don't know that it'll be housing, but... Well...
Any other questions?
I think this gentleman back there, and then to you, sir.
All right, I have a question. I went to the planning commission meeting, and you spent a few moments here discussing how there was affordable housing that was going to be included in this current development plan that was approved recommended to go to the board of supervisors.
Yes.
But one of the planning commission members articulated a problem with the 23 or 33%, whatever that number is, as they're all concentrated in one area of the entire proposed development that they're proposing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a problem. Does the senator know that we have this group of homes, and then we have this segment that's being pushed into for this affordable housing? That was basically code for suggesting there is a concentration of, it's like putting this low income in this part of the area. It's almost like segregation, saying it but not saying it. Did the senator look at that at all when he decided to approve this plan as it exists?
Yes, he did, and thank you for that question. And on the surface, it may look exactly like you're describing, that they were stuck all in one area. The plan was actually to intersperse, and I think there are different types of units in different areas, but what that is I believe, the townhomes. And the reason for that is that the style, in order to get those units and use that topography to its best use, which is a slope right there. So those are 3-story townhomes, and there's nowhere else where that particular model could be put.
So you're saying that they couldn't be dispersed throughout the entire project because of some economic or topography rationale?
Not an economic, but a topography, yes, where it's there, it's along the slope where maybe that would go unused. So they were able to do that. It was not, we felt satisfied that it was not putting them together. And actually, I believe...
If I may interject, there were
yes.
2 board members on the planning commission who brought this point up and asked it to be looked at. So I'm not sure that they actually agreed, and I just want to bring that point up, and I'm not sure the senator truly understands, because even the developer, and I heard the developer talk, commented how they were predominantly concentrated in a particular area. That didn't sound right to me, and it was brought up and it was acknowledged by 2 people, and now I just want to see where the senator stands. So I understand where you're coming from.
No, I did hear that, and I did hear the developer explain the question, at least from one of the commissioners that brought it up. And to my mind, it was topography based and not segregation based as.
Well, that was my term that I brought up, that certainly wasn't.
Well, I'm just using your
But
term,
it
that's all.
is something that, it certainly kind of smelled that way as it was discussed during the thing.
Certainly, with no other additional information, it would certainly look like that.
I would like to propose that the senator, as a second point, my only second point, is that if he is not in favor of the secondary development of 1,500 homes, then let's get him on the record. Let's get him talking to this community. Because 1,500 people, 1,500 homes is nuts. Let's get him committed to supporting the people here, like me.
Taxpayers.
Exactly. For the last, my family's lived in this community for, I don't know, 40 years. And so I am concerned that our infrastructure, and I live on Brea Canyon, that's nuts. The traffic there is horrible. And it's not, you know, it's a little country road with winding. We don't have big rigs coming down that. It's an issue that I just want to be sure that the senator falls on the right side of history on this decision. Okay? He needs to come forward and not say, well, he's thinking about it. Let's get him on the record. Let's have him say he's going to support not putting that many homes into that little tiny area. The impact is too great. We can accomplish responsible development by allowing a certain number of homes there to accommodate our housing crisis, but let's not overbuild and let's not stress our community beyond what it can support now. And I'd like to have the senator, have him come down here, we'll talk. Have him come down, maybe we should go to him, that's fine, we'll do that too. But let's get him on the record. And I think, I'm asking you to take that message back to him.
Yes.
Because he needs to be on the right side of history on this. He really does. Because this community here is gonna then vote. And we need to understand where he stands. Because we care about this community.
Thank you for that. And, you know, like I say, it wasn't 100% one way or the other with the community, as a matter of fact. But as I said, that was his thinking about that project. Honestly, forgive me, I don't know how far away that project is. My understanding is it's quite a ways away. But I'll certainly take that message back, and he'll have a break starting in September, actually.
Are you willing to meet with several representatives?
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I could. We'll study that project closer, but I'm just saying, as a concept, broad strokes, that's a lot different than the one I'm talking about. So.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, are you right? You're next, sir.
I understand that many park owners here in Rowland Heights are against the development of any type of apartment complexes and things at the world. This, for many reasons, and reasons I agree with. But I want you to confirm or dismiss this for me. I don't know the number of the bill, or the name of the bill, but I understand there was a bill that was written a few years ago that all commercial property that was vacant and it was going to be used or sold, be developed for residential or single-family residence homes and things like that. And I'm just wondering, you know, can you confirm that for me or dismiss it?
I can confirm that.
That a bill exists, that the government needs to be signed.
I'm not sure it was a bill or an act, and I apologize. Legislation is the capital, and we're here in the district. But essentially the concept was any surpluses, pieces of land that, well, just surplus, that the state owned or the it had to be made available for affordable housing by the county or another agency that would have purview over that. That is accurate. And so a lot of them privately owned, no, but along the freeways, some things like that, the different types of properties that sort of lent itself to that bill or ruling.
I had to ask you about that because I was under the understanding that any commercial property sold or being developed in any way had to be developed for single-family residence.
No, I don't think it goes that far. It's surplus pieces that a state agency owns. I believe that's it. Don't hold me to that. And this, the Royal Vista project is single-family homes along with those townhomes. So there aren't apartments, if you will. But just to make that clear. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, as power, what power does this state senator have, actual power, to tell the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors and County Development to do anything? We realize there's opinion, but I want to know, where is the power in reference to what? Why should the senator come down and discuss it, other than be polite, because he's a very polite person, okay? But as to power to tell the County Board of Supervisors and the county development what to do, I don't know that he has any. Can you enlighten us, please?
Well, I'm gonna sort of surmise what you're getting at, but there isn't any legal power to do anything, but there's advocating, there's
Political power.
political power.
Political power.
Yeah.
And get the support of others involved. If he gets behind our cause here,
Mhm.
that's power. But direct power to say you can or can't do that, no, he doesn't have that. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, just like, these agencies are independent and they have their own authority, state agencies as well.
Great.
Oftentimes we get requests to just tell them to do this because you're the senator, but we can advocate, we can take a position, and we try to work with our county partners and with our assembly member that are in the districts. We're always trying to cooperate, but it just depends on the issue and the project, and we try and look at all the facts and what good it can do and make our best decision.
We'd just like
Senator
to,
does.
in my perspective, let the senator work where he can work. If he can put out an opinion, but let's not waste his time.
Well, it won't be a waste of time. I would differ with you there. Oftentimes, well, until in September, he'll have a year-end break. He'll be in the district quite a bit. So, in other words, he'll be in the district when this meeting happens, or maybe a separate meeting. Typically, he's in Sacramento. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I think the senator coming down here or us meeting him, his constituents, is never a waste of time.
I agree with you. And he's been here in the past, and I believe when I bring this issue, he'll certainly want to hear what you have to say. It's kind of my job to convey some of these things to him, but I understand your point, and I'll certainly talk to him as soon as I can. Sure.
One more question, so we do have a couple more.
Mr. Miller, one more thing I'd like you to bring up to the senator is I received a mailing not too long ago about the millions of dollars that he acquired for parks for various cities in this district, and every single one of those recipients was a city. So I want to know, when you're an unincorporated area, who is your advocate? That 156 acres of golf course could have been a wonderful regional park, but no one is writing grants or advocating for this community.
Thank you for that. That's true. The Art Cities, and the way that works is the cities around budget time make requests. And we can't fill all the requests for all the cities, but we try. The senator prides himself on bringing resources back to the district. The unincorporated area is a little different. Essentially, your senator, if you will, is your supervisor. And we don't want to supersede that, if you will. Even though sometimes, recently, like in Hacienda Heights and here too, we've begun to ask unincorporated areas if they have, because that's typically how you do it. You work through the city. A lot of times it's parks. Sometimes it'll be infrastructure upgrade. And so that's how it works. And there's that same relationship with the unincorporated areas with the supervisors that represent you.
One thing I want to ask, just one.
Okay.
With all the brainstorming they're doing about these houses they want to build,
Mhm.
have they given any thought where are they going to get the water and electricity for that? Because they're always telling us about you got to ration water. Oh, you're going to have rolling blackouts, you're going to have enough electricity. So where are they going to get all this water and electricity for all these houses they're going to build?
When you say they, do you mean the developers?
Yeah, the people that are making decisions to build these houses, or the people behind it, where is
I understand. I hesitate to get too deep into that. It's not my expertise, getting a little into the weeds, but I do know all of these projects are vetted quite a bit, even before they even get to the planning commission itself. In process, those kind of things, exactly those kind of things are thought about. Is there infrastructure to service it? Water in particular. What are you going to do for egress and ingress? Things like that. And it has, I think this project was in planning for probably 5, 6, 7 years. So that's, it's the speed of government. And a lot of them just die a slow death because they can't they can't answer those questions that you're asking. So.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh.
Yes?
Go ahead, Bruce, quickly.
Okay. Kyle?
Yes.
There was a lake over there, and that water could be used for putting out fires.
Yes.
I don't know that you've done anything to correct that, because now we've lost on that water. We have high fire hazard area in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Down the street is Blanford Elementary School. On the side that Blanford's on, it's not labeled as high fire hazard. On the opposite side of the street, on the south side, it's high fire hazard. By doing this, you've made it more difficult for the fire department to put out a fire for children on.
Well, Bruce, you literally assigned that to me or our office, but here's what I can tell you in terms of fire, and I'm very cognizant of that. I live one city over, high fire all the time. High fire danger, I should say. So, specifically what I can think about is in cooperation or partnership with Lisa Calderon's office, your assembly member, we, in the last budget cycle, got enough money to start what will be a series of what are called heli hydrants. So those are tanks of water strategically put into these high fire areas. One's in La Brea Heights, one's up in Whittier, and then there's one, I think, slated for Diamond Bar, but others. And they want to get a network of those. And we worked with LA County Fire and CAL FIRE to think about where could we put these, and then refurbishing the ones that already exist. And that seems to be where it's going. The time of relying on a body of water nearby is going away, and I think for the reasons you mentioned, it's just not a reliable source perhaps. But these the return on investment are good on these. They can be activated remotely by helicopters before they get there. They're designed in such a way where they can fill and refill in about 6 or 7 minutes. So when that one takes off, another one can come in. And so they've found that system, and we're not there yet. As you know, the state's in quite a budget bind, but fire safety is always top of mind and number one. They're going to do it. So we've got a few. We want to build more, and I think that will go a long ways towards having that protective system that I think you're looking for, and we all are.
And on the Walnut Valley Water Certified Water Availability, because the project could not go forward without that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, we're running a little long here. That took a little longer than anticipated. From the Senator Josh Newman's office, Nathan Bass. I did not see him. And represented from Assemblywoman Lisa Calderon, Stephen Coronel. I did see him. He's on his way.
Thank you, Eva. Once again, I'm Stephen Coronel, the field representative for Assemblymember Lisa Calderon. And just a quick legislative update as Kyle provided most of the context. So last week was the restart of the legislative session on August 5th. So on August 16th will be the end for all the fiscal committees to meet, and then August 31st, all the bills needs to get passed. If not, it's gonna die. And by September 31st, the governor needs to either sign or veto the bill. And right now, the Assembly member has 11 bills that are currently sitting in the Senate, 10 of which are in the suspense file, and one is still being read in committee. So one of those, then that bill in question, or other bill in question, is AB 2462, utility cost and rate reduction recommendation. So basically, the gist of that bill is to help lower the cost of utility and to recommend to the California Public Utilities Commission to publish holistic and long-term recommendations to decrease the cost of energy. I know energy has been such a really volatile issue in the district, especially when we would have to cover basically any wildfire damage, and we have to, cover the IOUs. So that's not right. So hopefully this bill gets passed so everyone's utility rates could go down. In terms of district events, we have our annual college and career fair. That's going to be on September 14th at La Puente High School. So we expect about 45 colleges and a lot of, probably 15 or so career-based representatives. So let our high school seniors know that we have that going on, and please, come join us. It'll be a great opportunity. And with that, we also have our writing contest for seniors. So each winner, they could get $1,000 in scholarships. So if you could go to our website, our district website, they can sign up there. And the deadline is August 28th. So we hope to see a lot of people come and sign up. And then lastly, now that Cal mentioned it earlier, is wildfires. So on September the 5th, we're going to be having a wildfire insurance conversation with the insurance commissioner of California. He'll be providing an update on on his work in trying to bring back the insurance companies to California. And followed by that will be a Q&A that will be hosted by the assembly member herself. So yeah, so that is my update, and if we're open to any questions. Mr. Wright.
What's the status on the insurance premium increase? I understand State Farm wants a 33% increase. Where are we on that? How close we to get that? Because otherwise these people are going to leave.
I don't know that off the top of my head. I could look at it for you, and I could give you a follow-up for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we have one more speaker before we get to our main presentation. From the Rowland Unified School District, Mr. Kerry Chen.
He looks familiar.
Thank you, Yvette. Good evening. My name is Kerry Chen for Rowland Unified School District. Today is the opening day of the first day of the school year of 2024-2025. So remember, drive carefully on the school in the morning, and then in the afternoon, and pick up time. Drive extra careful and extra slow for the safety of the kids, please. And all the schools are still busy doing the final day of the registration. It's not too late for you to enroll your child, your son or daughter, or your granddaughter to our school district. We come to online. Families can enroll online from TK to 12th grade at rowlandschools.org/enroll. And I want to say thank you to the community for their support of many school supply donation and collection events for our students' organization. Their support with in-kind donations and volunteer support. Friends of the Family Resource Center, Kiwanis Club, Rotary, Road and Water, City of Industry, Costco, Baby to Baby, Trinity Church, Suburban Water. If anyone would like to donate any new backpacks and school supplies, they can be given to our Family Resource Center. The Family Resource Center can be reached at 626-854-2228. Thank you very much. This is all the report for tonight. If you have any questions, me and the superintendent of the school, Mr. Flores, is with us today. Thank you.
What is the status of the elections? I said you got two new school board members that, is it over? Some, who won, what's happening?
The November 5th election, there's two areas of the Rowland Unified School District. I believe the candidate filing date is over.
So who have we got running what, or are they running unopposed?
Mr. Frost, can you answer the question?
Yes, sir. I think we have two trustee areas that are open at this time. One of the trustee areas was formerly David Malcolm. David Malcolm officially retired from the board, and he expressed his at the last board meeting. Whenever there is an incumbent who does not go for re-election and submit paperwork, they extend it. So I believe that's extended till August 15th. So I believe there still is opportunity for people to go ahead and
August 15th or September?
I believe August 15th, because last Friday was the closing date, and if an incumbent did not submit their paperwork to go for re-election,
It's closed or is it open?
I believe it's extended for a few extra days. I think it's August 15th is the date that it closes.
What geographical area did David cover?
Believe he covered from like Killian school all the way to Sabrosa.
And all the way up to Vantage Point, and it stops right around, like Mescal, going down this way. Yeah.
If you go to the district website, we have a section there that shows all the trustee areas. And then the other trustee area, which is currently with Eric Venegas, I believe he went unopposed. So that was closed last Friday. That's the last that I saw. But things are updated in the county. Sometimes there's names that come in that submitted beforehand. But as of this morning, I believe that's the information that I had. And I was pretty busy visiting 17 of the 21 schools today. So didn't have time to look behind to see what the count is. This is really hard to talk with this microphone. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, now we can get to our presentation. They've been waiting so patiently. We have Jill Dolan and Carol Nelson. Oh, nope, so it's gonna be you.
No, we're gonna have someone much more unfortunate.
Oh, okay. Well, they can introduce themselves because I don't have their name, sorry.
Well, thank you. Carol is a lovely person. We will miss her today. But my name is Dr. Melva Castro. I am the Vice President of Student Services at Mount San Antonio College. And we are so happy to be here with you all here today. We wanted to take this opportunity to, one, do the task assigned, which was the presentation, but also wanted to take the opportunity to introduce some of the administrators at Mount San Antonio College to let you know that we're here in service. We're here to support our local communities. And if there's ever anything that we can do to help and support your work, whether it be out in the community or provide the linkages and supports out at our school, that we can also, whether it's hosting or also finding those collaboration points, we are here in service. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a first-generation college graduate. Actually, my mother didn't go to school. My father has a second-grade education. And we understand that for many, higher education is the opener of doors to opportunities. And we want to ensure that those opportunities are wide open and that we are here in service to everyone here in the community. I'd like to take the opportunity also again to introduce some of our key team members that are here today. And then I know that Adrian Kim will be doing a fantastic presentation.
So with that, I would like to also ask Dr. Ed Henderson, Acting Associate Dean of Dual Enrollment and Outreach, to please come on up.
Good afternoon, well, good evening by this time now, right? Good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you, Dr. Castro, for introducing me. I'm actually really excited to start up the school year working with Rowland and our partners within the community. I've never been to one of these meetings before, but I will say it was very interesting and a lot of information, so I'm grateful for that as well. So thank you. But overall at Mount SAC, I just want everyone to know that we are definitely here to support the community. We're here to support our families and our students to make sure, that they're getting the education that they need, that we're providing the service to the district and the school sites. And just know that Mount SAC is here to support everyone. Thank you. Next up, I want to introduce Joel. Joel is our Director of Outreach, our high school outreach. I'm not sure if you want to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Joel Roy. I am the Director of Outreach and Entry Services for Mount SAC. Thank you for having us today. We're going to have a wonderful presentation on Mount SAC, and I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of our folks, especially from Rowland Unified, which we're going to have a wonderful presence on this presentation, for allowing us to work with your students as we provide a wonderful opportunity for Rowland Unified School District and many of our other school districts that we partner with to provide a wonderful experience after high school. And also, not just for the high school graduates, but also for families, for our parents, our older folks, really to give them an opportunity to take advantage of classes that we do offer within our community colleges. Just right in a community where we want to offer those resources and opportunities for us to grow in our personal development, professional development, and career as well. So without further ado, would you want me to give back?
Again, we're here in service, happy to be here and anything that we can do to help and support. Also, I have to share a fun fact, which is I love this park. This is also a park where I regularly take my daughters to. It's one of my favorite parks in the local area, especially the splash pad, very popular with my daughters. And so thank you for all the work that you do in keeping this community so beautiful for the local residents. So thank you. With that, I would love to introduce Adrian Kim, one of our fantastic staff members from High School Outreach.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Adrian Kim. I am not yet a doctor, give me 3 years. I am the outreach specialist for Mount San Antonio College. There are 9 of us currently on the team. I currently take charge, or I look after the Rowland Unified School District and Chino Valley Unified School District, but today we're going to focus on Rowland. Alright. So some fun facts before we get started. We have at Mount SAC over 54,000 students in total, both part-time and full-time and non-credit. We also have over 40 support programs that have been designed to help our students both academically, mentally, emotionally, and also financially. We also are one of the top 10 ranking community college in regards to transferring out to a 4 university to the Cal State's UCs and private. And regarding financial aid, 3 out of 4 students receive federal aid through financial aid, federal aid through federal, state, and scholarships. And lastly, I'd like to tell my students that our campus is as big as Zealand, so if you're gonna come and get your steps in, this is where you wanna be. Alright, so to give a breakdown of the students that we serve, we not only serve students who are recent graduates from high school, we also serve students in their 20s, 30s, 40s, upwards of 50 and above. My mother is 65 and she came back to take classes at Mount SAC this past semester, so it's never too late to come back. And the ethnic breakdown, we serve a very diverse group of students. We are a Hispanic Serving Institute and the API Institute, Asian Pacific Islander Serving Institute as well. So at Mount SAC, we offer over 200 majors, including the majors that we are known for, which is nursing and vet tech. Students in this past few years have started to take on majors such as business, a high increase in STEM, radiological tech, which is x-rays, ultrasound tech, psychology, sociology, fire tech, aviation, and more. So we're seeing a bigger trend of students who want to pursue avenues that have deferred from when I was a student. So it's really great to see. At Mount SAC, we also have new and various structures. So if you've ever driven by Mount SAC recently, we have 2 wonderful new buildings that you can see off of Grand and Temple. We have a brand new wellness center, which is a brand new gym. That is an amazing facility that's open to both staff, faculty, students, and the local community for a very small fee. We also have the new Student Life Center, which is 3 stories tall. It's built to serve our students. It's also built to promote our events and welcome all the prospective students and parents to our campus to see and understand what it is to be a Mount SAC student. We also have a wonderful planetarium and the farm that students do enjoy visiting when they come to our campus tours. In regards to ranking, we are #1 in California. Woo, #1, okay, via edsmart.org. We are also number 16 overall in the country via niche.com, and we are also number 22 overall regarding Hispanic serving institutions. All right, so at Mount SAC, we offer 3 different types of options. And I always tell my students, past, present, and future, that just because you choose to pick one of these options doesn't mean that you are stuck in these options. It's very flexible. I've had students go from a certificate program up to an associate's degree, and even wanting to transfer out, even though that may not have been the goal in the first place. So let's talk about the certificate programs that we offer. Certificate programs take the least amount of time to complete, typically less than 2 years. In the certificate programs, we do learn a trader skill, and there are 2 types. Certificate of Achievement, which gives professional advancement. These are certificates that will be noted in your Mount SAC transcript. And then there's also skill certificates, which even though it does not show up on a Mount SAC transcript, you do get a certificate saying that you have acquired this skill. And I say ladder track, meaning that we have level 1, level 2, level 3 in different areas. So if you want to do programming, there's CIS level 1, level 2, and level 3. So it's a great way to build upon a skill, and then if you want to take that step further, you can go to the Certificate of Achievement in that subject. Alright, and then secondly, we offer the associate degree. It is a 2-year degree. And we say foundational education because typically a bachelor's degree, it takes on average 4 years to complete the year. So students who decide to pursue an associate degree is going to be taking up the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree, which takes care of the foundational subjects. Alright, and then for those students who want to transfer after completing all their fundamental classes here with us, there are multiple ways to transfer out, and students have transferred out to all branches of higher education, including Cal States, UCs, privates, and out-of-state universities. Alright, and then we also have different pathways. So students aren't going to come to Mount SAC and be like, how do I transfer out? No, we have different pathways that have been set up to guide students to the path that they want to go on. And there are multiple ways, but the few ones that we do offer is the degree with a guarantee, which offers a pathway into a Cal State. Same with Transfer Success Pathway Program. We are implementing our 2nd year this year. We also have our very famous TAG program, Transformation Guarantee, which is where we are partnered with 6 UCs. That is UC Davis, Santa Barbara, Santa Cruz, Merced, Irvine, and Riverside. And we also have the UCLA Transfer Alliance program, also called TAP, via our honors program. Now, TAP isn't a guarantee, but it does give you higher consideration for UCLA. So students who go through the TAP program via the honors program are given higher consideration than students who choose not to do TAP. And then at Mount SAC, the top schools that we are known for, our students are known for transferring out to in regards to Cal State is our next door neighbor, Cal State, Cal Poly Pomona, also Fullerton, and Cal State LA. For UCLA, students have utilized our TAP program because one of the most popular transfer schools that our students have gone to is UCLA, UC Irvine, and UC Riverside. So, cost comparison, I was a UC student coming out of high school, and I still have loans I need to pay off. But I tell students, if you want to save money, if financially your parents are not able to support you going to a 4-year, maybe start a community college, because if you see the cost breakdown, one unit at Mount SAC is $46, and typically full-time students take between 12 to 15 units in their first semester. Now overall, if we calculate all that for a full-time student for 1 year, that comes out to an average of $1,500 for 1 year. So if you're a part-time student, meaning you take less than 12 units, then that cut that in half, that's about $750 per year. Compared with the Cal State, it's gonna cost $14,000 for 2 semesters, and UC is $19,000 for 3 quarters. So financially, community college is a better option for families who may want to prioritize prioritize their finances on other things like family and providing for their families. And like I mentioned before, we are financially affordable. Every unit costs $46. So typically, an average class would be about 3 units. So 46 times 3, that's how much that one class is going to be. For students who are not able to pay off the tuition, they are more than welcome to apply and get financial aid through the FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid. And then if you have a student who is undocumented, then we also have the California DREAM Act application. 75% of our students do receive financial aid, and on top of that, we have multiple programs across our campus that provide additional financial aid. So non-credit programs. So I talked about how our 1 year at Mount SAC costs $1,500 for 1 year as a full-time student. If you or your student decide to go the non-credit route, it is completely free. There is no cost to you, and the reason being is that you do not receive college credit. This is more for short-term training. So as you see, we have short-term vocational. We have students who have wanted to go and become EMT, the certified nursing assistant, medical assistant, and floral design. We also have a program for older adults, which involves brain health, picking up basic computer skills, painting, gardening, and we also offer our English as a second language, which provides English classes. They also help prepare people for the citizenship examination and the TOEFL exam. And on top of that, we also have a wonderful, amazing, supportive counseling team. These counselors are different from the counselors that students have at the high school. Students are assigned a counselor from the moment they step into high school. At Mount SAC, you get to choose, you can even ask for a random counselor to be assigned to. And what these counselors do is they will meet with you one-on-one for 45 minutes and do multiple things, such as if you don't know what major you want to go into, they'll provide that guidance for you. If you don't know what career you want to go into, they'll consider options with you. And on top of that, our counseling team works really, really hard at our MAP workshops, which the counselors meet with prospective incoming new students, and they talk about the different resources to offer, what the expectations are now that they are a Mount SAC student. And after that, they work with the students to create educational plans, which basically maps out what the classes that the students are going to take every single semester. So every semester, the student isn't guessing, what should I be taking? Should I be taking this anthropology class? Do I need this? No. With an educational plan, they're going to know exactly what they're going to take. If at any point along this line the student decides to change their major, all they have to do is go see a counselor and change their educational plan. That's perfectly fine. On top of that, our counseling team also teaches some counseling classes, which are basically supplemental instructions to help the students succeed in college. Our most popular one that students take over the summer before they come to Mount SAC is a counseling 1 class, which is called Introduction to College. I do highly recommend all of my graduating seniors take this class because number 1, it gets more familiarized with the campus, and number 2, it gives you a better view into the different resources that we have on campus that you may not have known before. So we do have over 40 programs that offer student support. These are some of the ones that are more popular on our campus. We have programs that provide financial assistance. We also have a program that supports our foster youth, our undocumented students, students who want to be part of a community. We have a program that supports LGBTQ+ students, students who had an IEP or 504 from K through 12, and so much more. So there is a program for every single student. and we can definitely be the ones that help, connect you to the right program. So for us in high school outreach, we do something called the Connect 4 program, and that's something I'll be doing with the seniors this year at the Rowland School District School. So the first step is general presentation. So kind of similar to what I just did here, I talk more about what Mount SAC has to offer to our students, just to get them thinking about, maybe is Mount SAC a place I want to go? And then once the general presentation has been completed, then we move on to the application stage. Now the reason why we do an application workshop with our students is because there are multiple steps to this application. And we just want to make sure that the student is supported and understands what to do every step of the way. Once the application has been submitted, we will come back 2 weeks later and then help them claim their account, have access to their portal. Just in case there's any tech issues going on, we're going to be the ones to support them. We also have them complete their assessment questionnaire, which basically places them into the appropriate English and math sequence based on the classes and grades they have received in high school. And then on top of that, lastly, the most important thing is that they complete the online orientation, which provides more information about Mount SAC and gets them ready to come to Mount SAC overall. And then lastly, our final step is the most important step, is registration. They had to deal with me all year long. That's what they put up with me for. So registration, by the end of the school year, this past year we changed our registration date to be a little bit earlier so we can work more closely with our high school students before they go out for summer break. And this worked out really, really well because students were able to have face-to-face meetings with me as well as the other specialists, and then they were able to get registration help right then and there. So by the time they walked out of the Career Center, they already had a list of schedule for the fall semester. So that really, really helped out. Looking forward to helping students this upcoming year. And then some data for the past 5 years. So if you look at this graph, the blue lines represent the number of applications that have been submitted to Mount SAC. The orange lines are the number of students who applied, who have successfully enrolled at Mount SAC for the fall semester. So these graphs represent the 3 schools in Rowland District, the Santana High School, Nogales High School, and Rowland High School. So as you see, we've had a steady increase in regards to enrollment data, and this is all thanks to the support we've had of our career techs at each of these schools. We wouldn't have done it without them. So these numbers are continuing to increase. Even though these numbers are really, really great to look at, each number to me represents the students that I've worked with personally, and I will continue to support them the best I can this upcoming school year. And then any questions? Wow.
Comment for you? Comment? If anybody here in the audience has not been driven by Mount SAC, it is beautiful. All the new construction and the aquatic center is amazing. Our Olympic men and women's water polo team practice there. I know because I go swimming there, and it's beautiful. It's really a beautiful campus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I have one more question, that is, two questions. For the counseling, what program should I, or division should I contact in order to have the tour of the campus and get to know the campus? What is it, is that a counseling program?
It will actually be with us. So we do high school outreach, and we have different campus tours. Not a problem. So we have the campus tours in general, and maybe at heart, right? Yes. We do actually large groups. So if there's a group within the organization that would love to come and tour the campus, it's through our mountsac.edu/HSO, or just Google campus tours Mount SAC, and they'll come up right directly with us. We do large tours, we do small groups. So sometimes when we have parents bringing on their students that would love to participate and check out the campus, but definitely let us know. We get a lot of requests, so we'd love to show you, especially if we made you here tonight. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah. My second question is, somebody actually get a PhD now in English literature, but because of the scares of hiring literature or Chinese literature professor, he's good in both English and Chinese. So if you take a career program to learn how to teach English as a second language, is that the program you have, or that's different that you have?
It would be directly with our ESL program. However, if there's an opportunity, maybe we could get in contact as far as speaking with some of our folks who handle the hiring and see if there's something that we could explore, especially if you could bring on like a resume or maybe have a meeting. I think it'd be a wonderful opportunity for us to do that because we're always within our own communities as well. We love the fact that a lot of our faculty are from our communities, you know, and they also teach at the universities. They teach at multiple colleges. So we want to help increase that and foster that.
And I would just like to add, you know, one thing that we're growing definitely in our partnership with Rowland Unified is our dual enrollment program. You know, right now we're servicing at Nogales, Santana, and at Rowland High School where we're offering an actual college course at the high school campus so that high school students can start getting the college credit while they're going to high school at the same time. And just to give us quick education on dual enrollment. So dual enrollment is a program that's throughout the U.S. where students are starting to be able to take college courses at their high school, or they can go attend Mount SAC in itself for absolutely free, 100% for free. And they can start earning that college credit so that when they do start applying to that four-year university, or they come over to Mount SAC, they already have that area checked off, whether it's a general education class or a class that we specifically offered at the high school. They already got that out of the way. But the great thing is, it didn't come out from no federal grant or state grant. It was 100% free. So now financially it's 100% available for them once they do go over to, they go on to college. So it doesn't affect whatsoever, in regards to their financial aid while they're in high school.
Folks, I just wanted to give a special thank you to Adrian. She was very excited to come here tonight and talk to us.
Okay, we're gonna wind down. I think Superintendent Flores wanted to give some information about districting or something.
Can you hear it on the microphone? No, you can't. I will. So you asked questions about the trustee area.
I know the trustee area, but I did it for the general public.
Okay, no
Because
problem.
I live in David Malcolm's area, and I've been encouraged to run before and now, but
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that anyone wants to
But
see
yeah,
our attendance area. If you go to our district website and then you go to school board, after you go to school board, if you go to board members, our district map of all the different areas will come out. So you can see exactly, you can open it up so you can see what attendance area you live in or what trustee area you live in and so you want to apply. And if you need any more help, I think there's a familiar name that is running for school board. I think you can ask Yvette Romo. I think she's put her name in the hat for it as well. So.
for David Malcolm's area, yes.
Yeah, so it just.
I'm always happy when it's somebody.
I'm impartial when it comes to school board members. I want you to know. So I just wanted to let you know here's the information. And I was trying to verify in LA County if it's been extended to August 15th. I haven't been able to verify that. So I want to make sure I give you the right information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our meeting. Our next meeting will be September 9th, always the second Monday of every month. So I look forward to seeing you all again next month. Tell a friend, bring a friend. Tell them how exciting and interesting and wonderful these meetings are. And we appreciate seeing you again next month. If you have any other questions for anybody, I'm sure they'll stay around for a few more minutes, but the park does need to close by 9. So good night, everyone.
You're a star, man. You're a star.
I don't think so.